Okay, welcome back to DimCraft server and to the Hulk's big hole. As you can see, it is a big hole. I've come down here because we've got loads of resources down here that we've left here when we come mining. A lot of stone, a lot of gravel, a lot of cobble. So I've come down and I've filled up some shulkers and converted them into gravel there, into stone bricks. And this is going to save us a little bit of time when we get into our build mode. This is for our castle we're going to start today. So let's run over to our build site where we have flattened a nice little area. And there we go. So this is where the castle is going to sit, in the middle of here somewhere. And then out it's going to be, the front is going to be facing this way. So sort of this area here will all be the keep, and the moat and everything will go around the castle. And so yeah, so this is where we're going to be starting our build, and we're going to put a little staging area over here where we're going to stick all of our, you know what, our music is very loud. Let's turn this down a bit, I think, because it is way too loud. Okay, so yeah, we're going to stick all of our shulkers down here, and then we can sort of stage ourselves from this little point. I'm going to just build it out of one block to start with, which will probably be the stone bricks, and then once we've built the castle and we've got it all structured where we want it to be, I'll then go back through and I will change it up for some mossy cobble, which I think I've got some in here, and I need to make up some mossy stone bricks. I think I've got some more vines, and if not, we'll just go and make a little vine farm here somewhere. So yeah, so this is where the castle is going to sit, guys, and I had to kill out a few of the zombies and some skeletons here because it was night time when I got back here and it was just full, like an unintentional mob farm. So yeah, we're going to get onto that, and I will lay down some foundations, and I will be back once we have got a little bit in. Alrighty, so I've laid in the foundations, the footprint, if you will, of the castle itself. So if we just pillar up here a little bit, so you can get a better view. And there we go. So that's what the footprint of our castle is going to look like. Took me a little while to get it right. I kept messing up the length of the two long bits on either side. For whatever reason, it was hard to see the sort of footprint in the YouTube video itself. So it was a little bit of an interesting put in, but it sits there quite nicely. I think it looks pretty cool. And I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how this turns out and how it evolves and builds up into the skyline and makes ourselves a little castle. I mean, we're looking at these big flat edges here now. We're up here. We are going to need to do something with the terraforming after we've done the moat and everything around it, I think. But it'll be fine. We'll get this sorted, and I'll come back once we've put up a few walls. All right, so I've done a little bit more to the front now. I've built up pretty much that sort of all the way around the base, the main tower there. The little tower here, we've kind of gone up quite a way, and I did fall off of there a couple of times. I'm not going to tell you much more than that. And yeah, so we followed it round. So that one's all enclosed there. And then we got like the entrance in here, like a entrance hall. We're just starting to work on. It's looking pretty good. I'm enjoying building it. This point here has taken me about 1 and a bit hours, maybe closer to 2 hours. But yeah, so if we just quickly jump up here, nothing much up here to see except this is like the inside the base, the walkways, the turrets where we're going to have some arches and things. This is it's coming along quite well. I'm quite enjoying building this. It's a challenge, I'll give you that. Trying to trying to sort of pillar up as you're doing things, not falling off, and then he changes his mind, right, we're going over this side, and you got to run back over. So it's good fun, but it's taking me a long time to do. So without further ado, let's carry on. And so I have been at it again for another 2 hours, and we've added on our second layout. We've finished this tower, and we finished this tower here. That's now got a floor. I'm going to show you that in a second. We've got windows all the way through here, so we can put some sort of diorama into those windows, I should think. And then we've gone down the sides here. The back is still looking pretty bare, to be fair. Let's just bounce our way through to here. So the back, we've got the bridge here, or the walkway, a kind of little porch, if you like, for the door that's just hidden there. There's a door just there. Then we've got this bridge that goes from the top part of this structure that I'm just working on at the moment, that goes into the tower. Looking at that tower, I've forgotten to put torches in there. I need to go and do that in a second, otherwise I've got another unintentional mob farm on my hands. So we're just building up the superstructure at the moment, the main part of the castle building, if you like, at the front. We've kind of completed all around here. This will have some sort of workings into it eventually. So let's pillar up here. So yeah, so there you've got your walkway. Probably need to chuck some torches up here as well, to be fair. And then out into nothingness at the moment. And then over there is where the door goes out onto the bridge. Let's go hardcore on it. And there's the bridge. Yeah, so we come through. Oh! Uh-oh. Yeah, so let me tunnel my way out. In fact, I'm just going to pillar back up because I don't want to destroy what's on the outside of here. I can stay in there, not bothered. Right, so there we go. And there's the downstairs platform. Here's the sort of overhang porchway, if you like. And here's a little bit of the walkway here. So it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with it so far. It's looking pretty immense. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you. We've got a Hulk flag on the top. And if we can just... where can we go to see that? Over here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. So we got Sir Hulk. Oh, we got a villager guy there. So yeah, so we got a Sir Hulk flag hanging off the top of it. And that will be on some of the other corners as well once we've got round to it. That guy's not going to really leave me alone until I get my axe on his face. There he is. Yeah, all right. Have some of that. Right, so let me get on, and I will try and get at least the front and maybe bits of the side done before our next little chit chat, and we'll see how we're getting on. Alrighty, so I've may possibly have got a bit carried away with the update. I said I would come back when I've built up the front and probably a bit of the side. Well, I kind of accidentally built the whole lot. I got into a zone and got going, and yeah, I placed a couple of blocks. So that being said, the shell of the castle is now all completed, and it looks immense. I've got to tell you, it looks proper immense. It was about 6 or 7 hours of my life it took for me to build this. But the detail that's in it is incredible, and hands off to DimCraft, who come up with this castle. It is proper nice. Oh, there's a creeper there. Let's run away. Get the boat. He's not interested in us. Oh yeah, he is. There you go. Have one of them. Have another one just in case. So he put a lot of detail into it. We added a few of our own things, like we've got the Hulk colours in the flags, and I've put chandeliers inside. We're going to put a moat around here, so it's going to be about here where the moat will sort of end up, and then we'll put like a bridge that comes over the moat as well here, which will look pretty smart. we've also got to put in some stairs to get to the next levels, because there is actually no real way of getting up to this level here. So maybe over in this one, we will run some stairs up and then break through the floor up here to have access to up there. We'll see. I'll figure that out. So that's that. And then out here, Lilia came up with having a block with sort of levers which higher and lower the drawer gates there. So we've got those here, and we've also got some over here. The back one's going to stay closed because obviously it's a security risk otherwise. We've got stables, and okay, so they've managed to get over the fence. Intramesking. Okay, might need to make the fence a bit taller. Note to self. We've got a wood store over here held down by trusty ropes, aka rail, but it looks pretty good. I quite like that. And we've got our coal sort of piled up in the corner. Looks pretty good. Liking that. It's kind of like a little bit to that area. And then Lily's going to come in and build like a couple of market stalls here that will be selling things like bread and meat and things like that, which would have been in the olden days. So she's going to come in and do that at some point. And then we've got a blacksmith over here. Now, I'm in two minds as to whether I've just put a diorama guy in here and use armor stands and put him in doing something, or actually bring a villager blacksmith over, a toolsmith or an armourer or something like that, and have him running around in here. I like both ideas, so I'm still toying with that. And then we've got the cauldron sort of burning over there with some netherrack. So yeah, that looks pretty good. And I don't have enough blocks on me to get us up to the next level. Let me go and get some blocks. Okay, so then up here we now have our second level, and we have little rooms. I've put half slabs on the bottom half of the block so there's no spawning in here, and then we've got some chandeliers that I've kind of just mocked together up in here, and then they kind of continue the theme all the way around. So you got a tall one here with chandelier hanging out, and then again over here it's an identical one. So we've got a chandelier up there and half slabs to stop spawn. And so I'm going to put some like archers in these little bits here with the diorama book, with the armor stand book that Wits has got us on the server. And they're going to sort of stand here with bow and arrows like they're defending the castle. That'll be pretty cool. And then again, there's no way up to that level, so again we're going to have to build ourselves a staircase or something somewhere. So up in here, again we're going to have some archers fighting and defending the back, and then we've got a few more towers here with some chandeliers. So yeah, it's actually really, really well built. Really happy with it. Just a couple of details like how'd you get from layer to layer. That wasn't really planned out or thought about, but it's actually really, really cool. Now, if I get over here, a room here with chandelier in it, and then in here we have the grand room. So in here I'm not sure what we're going to do because of the different levels, because the door is up here and then is also all the way down here. So we'll have to think about what we can do there. And then we've got just a little sort of top end of the main room that you access from down there. So yeah, it's actually really, really, really cool. And let me drop into spectator. And then we'll have a quick sort of look around it from afar. So, as you can see, there's a lot of detail that's gone into the build. I've put carpet along the top of the roof just to stop spawns, really. I wasn't sure whether mobs could spawn on wall blocks or not, so I've put carpet on top of them anyway, just in case. And I've put a carpet on the tops of all the blocks that could spawn as well. So yeah, we got our flagpole up here. I added these torches here just to add a little bit of light and effect when it comes to night. And yeah, it all looks really, really snazzy. I'm very, very happy with the way it came out. And I say next is to get the moat done, and then probably start on adding people with the diorama. So I hope you guys liked the castle. We've named it Castle Tara because my other half decided that my next build should be something creative and a castle. She wanted a castle, so very explicit on wanting a castle. So I built her a castle, and when I discussed it with Wits and Dim, they also said that I should build something a bit more creative. So there we go. I've built something a bit more creative. 6 to 7 hours of creative, but it's really tested my my abilities to parkour. That's for sure. I didn't die. I did fall off a few times, but I didn't die, so that's always a bonus. But yeah, that's that. So on with the moat, and then we're going to then build a little bit of a keep out the front with some village sort of farming and things like that out here, but they will certainly be diorama and not actual villagers, because otherwise I have to protect them and build them in and stop them from being eaten by zombies, so they will be diorama. But there we go. It's a proper nice build. Right, so Witsy,
Yeah.
what do you think of my castle, geese?
I love it. Apart from this hole here, I don't like this hole.
You don't like that? Yeah. So it's a castle, geese. So it's probably been under siege at some point, and a cannonball or the Hulk has flown through there, and there's a big hole.
If you own the kind of money that's needed to make a castle, surely you've got the money to repair your castle.
Well, you would think, but they've ploughed it all into the economy. Speaking of which, the economy. So we've just been playing here with the moat, and
Yes.
It's quite a big moat. I'm not going to lie, and it needs a lot of work done for the water, and I want it all still. And so, how about you do it for me?
So the rich mansion castle owning man who can't afford to fix the hole in his castle,
Yeah.
Who keeps on lording over me that he has so much money, is now trying to contract out the menial tasks to the plebs with promises of cash. Is that essentially what's going on?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Yep, that's
Okay.
me.
So now I'm aware that this is quite a large job, and it's not the most fun of jobs. So how about I give you a little incentive, and I would like my my precious box back, please.
I now have all the incentive I need.
So that has just halved your price, and
What? I give it back and everything.
so it's getting nighttime. Let's keep an eye out. So to fill this up, 2 block high of water all the way round and still not flowing, I am willing to pay you the following.
You're very trusting. Ooh.
I know where you live.
Oh yeah, you actually do both in game and in
real life. Yeah.
And you're about 2.5 meters tall. Okay.
And wide.
Well, I'm the 2.5 meters wide. Damn it.
So, do we have a deal?
Only if you say so once more, because you've only said it 6 times in the last 30 seconds.
So, are we got a deal?
Let's do it. I am absolutely up for that.
Okay, handshake.
Handshake. Yeah.
Cool. I'll expect this done in the next hour, please.
What?
Bye-bye. All right, so Wits has done his job well. The stack of diamonds, or half a stack of diamonds and half a stack of ore, paid off well. He's managed to fill up the whole of our moat all the way round to create a nice still non-flowing pond moat, which is really good. And I've just gone through, I've changed all the stone. I've missed one. I've changed all the stone in the floor to dirt, and then I've bone mealed all the way around because moats tend to be a little bit overgrown. So we've bone mealed all the way around the sides. So we've got kind of a sort of a grassy moat going on there, which kind of adds a little something to it. I've also gone round and painstakingly put in all the stairs. That's so that if you fall in the moat, you can't jump out that side. It's impossible to do that. And that goes all the way round the whole of the perimeter of the castle, which looks, again, pretty cool. Looks good. It kind of adds a little something to it. So next, I wonder if we could jump over there. Let's try it. Oh, nearly. So next, we're going to put this mossy stuff in. As you can see there, it kind of just adds just yet another layer of something to the build. Let's get some blocks here, and we'll go across from here, like so. So yeah, as you can see, it kind of just adds just a little something more to the build. And if you see it from a bit of a distance there, yeah, it kind of it looks like it's meant to be there. I mean, it's sitting next to water after all, and so it is like obvious that that's going to cop a little bit of moss, and it will eventually sort of creep its way up the wall. So I'm just going to go around, and I'm just going to dot this in all the way around the base there where we got the stone bricks, and yeah, make that look a little bit cool. So I'll be back once I've done it more.
Oh yeah, look at him! Look at him go! Dude!
Alright, so castle is all built and done and looking real fine and pretty. Wit's done a really good job filling up our moat for us. So it cost me 32 diamonds and 32 ore, which he reliably tells me he mined out to make just a little over a stack of diamonds. So he's made himself about a stack and a half of diamonds to make that moat full up for me. But as we know, it's not really a big deal for us. You know, what's 100 odd diamonds? It's nothing to us nowadays. He loves it when I express how much we own. But so to end the episode today, we're just going to rob a few buckets from in our lava store, and we're going to make our way out to the tropical waters, which is about 200-300 blocks this way. As you can see, it's starting to come into view with the warm water, and we're going to go pufferfish hunting. And this is going to be for our... There's a big white block here. What's that all about then? Well, that's a bit strange. Oh, okay. Someone's obviously setting up some sort of map cover by the look of it. So yeah, anyway, we got distracted. So we're going to go pufferfish hunting, and this is where we get pufferfish. However, we have no fish. That's strange. Okay, we'll just stand here for a minute and see whether we get any pufferfish. If we don't, then we can go off to another location and find some. But anyway, so we're going to go pufferfish hunting. That's for our moat. We're going to chuck in hopefully a shulker's worth of pufferfish because it is quite a big moat, so we want to have a good few pufferfish in there. And that will help deter. And I'm going to then start the decorations of the outside of the castle. So around the edge where there's a strip of grass, we're going to bone meal that. Maybe chuck in some lighting because that will probably... there's a pufferfish. There he is. We will chuck in some lighting under bushes just to make sure that it's mob proof because obviously that'll be very dark there. And then probably start on the bridge and everything in the next episode and hopefully get it all tucked up and done in the next episode. We've got to do the keep and the farms and everything out the front as well, so that'll be pretty cool. And obviously we've got to start the dioramas that are there, so get all the archers in, get some life happening to the castle and get that on its way. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode and I will see you in the next one. Bye.